If you're planning to pursue MBBS in India, this video will surely help you. We'll look at the top 10 things you need to know before pursuing MBBS in India. First, the subjects you must have studied. You need to have studied physics, chemistry and biology in class 12th. Biology as a subject of study is mandatory, okay? Many students, especially with liberal boards like IB, do not know this rule. Only and only if you have studied or are studying PCB in class 12th can you apply for NEET. Second is about your academic performance and age. You need to have a minimum score of 50% marks in your 12th, intermediate or equivalent. You must be 17 years of age or above as on December 31st of the year you are applying for the entrance examination. There is no upper age limit to applying. Third is the NEET UG. The NEET UG is the only entrance examination considered for MBBS admissions across all medical colleges and universities in the country. It is a pen and paper examination and covers PCB, physics, chemistry and biology. You need to score above the qualifying cutoff to be awarded a rank. And with very limited seats available, a very good NEET rank is a must to get a seat in a good college. Point number 4 is domicile. Now, many students do not know that MBBS admissions in each state reserve 85% of government seats and all of private seats for residents of that state. It is common for the state to give preference to its own students. By that, I mean those who have studied in the state or are residents, or in other words, are domiciled there. Most states also ask that the students study a certain number of years in the state, inclusive of class 11th and 12th. Domicile plays a crucial role in MBBS admissions, especially if you're aiming for a government college in your state. A domicile certificate is proof that you have been a resident of a particular state for a specified period. So it's important to check these rules and ensure they are met, otherwise you lose a chance to apply for an MBBS seat in your own state. But exceptions to these rules are always there, like wards of central government employees, etc. Sometimes if your parents are permanent residents of the state, the authorities will consider. Here, it is wise to check the rules in high school, as knowing them in your class 12th won't help much. Next, point number 5 is reservations. Now, this is widely misunderstood by students. Reservations like OBC, NCL, EWS, SC and ST differ from state to state. There is a central list and a separate state list. Sometimes the category that is there in the state may not be there in central list or vice versa. In such a case, the students belonging to the said category will have to be careful during counselling. For the All India Counselling and Allotment, the central list of OBC, SC and ST is generally considered. The states, however, consider their own lists. So even if a student may belong to a reserved category in their state, they will be part of the general category in other states. Another important point is the religious minority or linguistic quota. Some deemed universities as well as private colleges come under these categories. Such institutions have a separate quota as per their category. For example, Yenipoya Medical College, Mangalore, has a Muslim category quota. Likewise, SBKS Medical Institute and Research Center, Sumandi Vidyapeeth, has a Jain quota. CMC has Christian quota, or AJIMS Mangalore that has a Tulu quota. There are other special categories too, like sports, defense, etc., which again are dependent on state policies. Point 6 is the nationality. Indian nationals, of course, have the primary claim. However, the private and deemed colleges do have a quota for NRI candidates. Now, the confusion mostly comes with the OCI candidates. Earlier, OCI candidates who had studied in India were considered equal to Indian citizens. But the new rules have come in and have much to do with the OCI certificate dates. As per the decision passed by the Honorable Supreme Court of India, the OCI PIO candidates who have secured the OCI PIO cards before March 2021 shall be considered as Indian nationals. So, if your OCI certificate is dated before March 2021 and you have studied in India, you are eligible for the Indian seats in the open category only. Else, you will fall under foreign national candidature. Moving on, point 7 is non-eligibility to apply for government quota in other states. This is very crucial to understand. Even Indian candidates are ineligible for the state government quota unless they have the residency or domicile eligibility. So most students can only see the All India process and their own state for government quota seats. They can, however, apply for management quota seats in other states. Point number 8, we take a look at conversion to NRI category if needed for seat allotment. These are sponsored seats and many candidates take advantage of this. Every year, students are given a chance to convert their candidature from Indian to NRI. The clause for this is that you must have a direct relative, father, mother, aunt, uncle, grandparents, brother or sister who is an NRI and stands to sponsor your seat. Many students use this to get a seat if their NEET ranks are low. The seats are costly and the fees are charged in US dollars. While preference is generally given to NRI candidates of the state, this quota is also available to others in many states. In addition to deemed universities, private colleges, AIIMS Delhi and some government colleges in states like Rajasthan, Andhra Pradesh also have NRI seats. Point number 9 aims to give a better and clear understanding of All India and state counselling. Students must clearly know that seat allotment is two different types: All India counselling and state counselling. All India counselling is open to all NEET qualified candidates, regardless of domicile. It covers 15% of seats in government medical colleges across India. It also includes 100% of seats in deemed universities, central universities, ESIC, AIIMS, and JIPMA. State counselling is held by the respective state authorities. This is for 85% of the seats in government colleges of the state and 100% of the private colleges. Out of this, the government seats and 50% of the private college seats come under state quota and are open to the students of the state. The rest of the seats of private colleges are open as management quota, NRI, etc. Now, exceptions to these are AFMC, Delhi State and IIP University Counselling. This is through the All India Counselling portal. For AFMC Pune, the registrations are through the All India portal, but allotments are by the institute. IIP University and Delhi State quota are through the All India portal, but open only to students who have studied their 11th and 12th in Delhi. Point number 10 is knowing what bonds are and their implications. This is an integral part of the MBBS seat allocation. Most states ask for a rural service bond or discontinuation bond. The amount varies. Private colleges and deemed universities have the discontinuation bond. Again, the amount varies. What this means is that the admission bond or the discontinuation bond means you will have to pay a dedicated amount if you leave the course halfway. On the other hand, signing a service bond means after completing your MBBS, you will need to work in a government hospital or serve in rural areas for a specified period. The bond amount varies from Rs 3 lakhs to the entire MBBS fees for 5 years. Next comes the fees. Well, fees for most private colleges are mostly regulated by the Fee Regulation Committee of every state. Still, the fees in a government college are very low as compared to deemed universities or even private colleges. Fees generally need to be paid for 4.5 years. For example, a seat in AIIMS will cost less than Rs 10,000 per annum, while private colleges or deemed universities, fees starts from Rs 10 lakhs at the very least, and this is just the tuition fee. Higher range is 22 to 25 lakhs. There will be other overheads, and this is just the fee for Indian students. For the NRI category, the fees are much higher. This distinction makes a government seat very precious, and that is the reason for the heavy competition for a government MBBS seat. So all that we spoke about, all this is before admission, but you also need some information about the course, the duration, the type of work and the curriculum you will study. MBBS is a 5.5-year course which includes a 1-year mandatory internship in a hospital. The MBBS syllabus is rigorous. You will be studying human anatomy, physiology, biochemistry, pharmacology, pathology, microbiology and forensic medicine and toxicology in the 5 years. This includes not just theory but also practicals. So be prepared for a lot of studying, long hours, sleepless nights and endless exams. Add practical training to the whole schedule. You may also have to give up social life for a few years. The final year is more hectic as it involves mandatory internship in a hospital in addition to the syllabus to be covered. Internships allow you hands-on experience with treating patients. You will also apply everything you learned in the classroom during this period. This period is also the time when you will decide which specialty interests you the most to pursue post-graduation. Well, pursuing MBBS in India, or in fact anywhere for that matter, is not an easy journey. However, being prepared makes a lot of things easier. If you have questions or more queries, Drop them in the comment section below or write to us at info@careers360.com.